And we also have a reaction from across California, a deeply blue state.
Still, many here strongly supported President Trump in the past two elections, and we are hearing from his supporters tonight as well. Many of them in the Inland Empire. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock spoke to some of those today in Norco. Nicole.
Well, Trump had strong support in Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties, winning almost half the vote both times he ran for president. That's far more than in other counties here in Southern California. So tonight in Norco, many people told us this indictment is really about former President Donald Trump's personal life, which is of little concern to them. At the farmers market outside American Legion Post 328 in Norco, no one seems surprised about the indictment of former President Donald Trump.
Well, I figured it would happen back when he said he was going to get arrested.
But no one seems riled up about it either.
I just think it's a joke.
They just out to get him, you know, stop him from being president again. I think it's all crap.
People see it's bull, and they go and they say.
And Trump called it, anticipating his supporters' reaction during a recent campaign rally in Waco, Texas, where he said he's the target of a witch hunt and prosecutorial misconduct.
Yeah, that's personal business, and it has nothing to do with where we are now, and I think they're just pulling at strings. That's all they're doing.
Bakersfield Republican and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has irreparably damaged our country in an attempt to interfere with our presidential election, as he routinely frees violent criminals to terrorize the public. He weaponized our sacred system of justice against Donald Trump.
Who cares what he does with other women? I don't care, as long as he was doing a good job running our country, which he was.
Shanna Chappell is the mother of Lance Corporal Kareem Nakui.
This is all 13 of them at the top.
He was one of 13 service members killed in an explosion at the Kabul airport in 2021 as the U.S. pulled troops out of Afghanistan. She thinks the current administration treated her son like he was disposable, and this indictment is laughable.
It's just another one of the clown shows this administration's putting on. They want to get Trump out of there. They want to make sure he can't run because they know if he runs, he's getting in. And if he gets in, then he's going to fix everything they've destroyed.
And some people who voted for Trump in previous elections told us they would do it again in a heartbeat. A couple of other people told us they changed their mind about him a bit once he was in office because of his personality. Reporting live in Norco, I'm Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Thank you for that report, Nicole. Well, now to the other side of all the California Democrats that we talked to tonight, and we heard from, they support the grand jury's decision to indict Trump.
Well, most feel it's been a long time coming and no one is above the law. KCAL News reporter Tina Ezzedine live tonight in West Hollywood. Tina.
Susie and Jeff, the Southland largely Democratic in its political leanings, as you well know. So today's significant development certainly has local political leaders and everyday people with an opinion. The former president lashing out against Democrats, blaming the party for orchestrating his indictment.
It's kind of vintage Donald Trump, which is to try to deflect attention away from his conduct. In this case, allegedly the payment of hush money to a porn star, and to blame others for it.
Creating concern among Democratic Party leaders about what might come.
You have Kevin McCarthy and Jim Jordan threatening to use the committee I serve on now, the Judiciary Committee, to try to interfere with the prosecution in New York. Congress should be upholding the rule of law, not attacking it, not trying to undermine it.
The magnitude of the message not lost on voters in the Southland.
I would assume that they have enough evidence to, lock him up.
Even those visiting the blue state from a historically red one.
I do hope they have enough evidence as well to carry it forward, and I hope he gets convicted if that's what he did.
Tonight, the former president, said by his aides to still be absorbing the news, caught off guard by the timing of his indictment. From the nation's capital to Hollywood, where Trump has many critics, including one of the most outspoken on social media.
I believe that he will also be indicted for stealing secret documents and taking them to Mar-a-Lago. I think he'll be indicted down in Georgia, Fani Willis, in terms of election interference. And I also think for January 6th for inciting an insurrection. So the great thing is it proves that there's nobody above the law.
Congressman Ted Lieu, representing most of western LA County and the coast, stating in a tweet, quote, "Indicting a former president is a horrible precedent. The only precedent worse than that is to not indict Donald Trump if there is evidence that he committed crimes." From Governor Newsom, quote, "I'm sick of watching the drama and ridiculous actions of GOP leaders." Voters also watching closely.
When he first started running, I said this is the end of his empire. And I kind of feel like we're right there. It's really the time and the place that people are just tired of it.
I'm inclined to believe that the system is fair, in this sense. So be it he's innocent or not, that's what the court is going to, show. And if he is, then that's great. Again, the system worked as it should.
Twice impeached and the first president in history to be charged with a felony offense.
It's huge.
A Democratic Party united. Real change needed. And tonight, local political leaders are urging everyone here in the Southland to remain calm and sober about the developments, adding it's not the time for celebration or violence, but stressing that's exactly what they're worried about. We're live in West Hollywood tonight. I'm Tina Ezzedine. Jeff and Susie, back to you.
All right, Tina, thank you so much.